And this drama just continues at our football club, man. Just too much dramas, too much talk. Like, stop this talk, ladies and gentlemen. Stop it. Focus on the football, man. Please.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. 3 pieces of news that we want to go through. First of all, the DOF situation is mad. It's too public, man. Everything is too public. As much as I appreciate what the new owners have done so far, and they look, progressive. They look like they want to be in the front foot. They look proactive, but it's too much information, man. Too much information, too open. All these interviews recently, Todd Bowley, talking about the All-Star games, this, that, the other, open about Thomas Tuchel. I appreciate it, but I feel like it's just a bit too much. And now with the DOF situation, we look like fools again. Like, seems like we badly wanted Christoph Freund, and now the case is that he's not coming, he's staying at Salzburg. But why was it so open, man? Why? And now there's talks about the next one that we go like, keep your mouth shut and just do the job. And once it's done, then open up with all sorts of information, how it all transpired. Now it seems like it's that whole transfer saga. Like, everyone was rejecting us. Every player was rejecting us and ended up going to Barcelona. It's not a good look. It's not a good look in the public. So let's have a look what's going on. This is the latest, ladies and gentlemen. Fabrizio Romano, official, Red Bull Salzburg confirms they have decided to keep Christoph Freund at the club, and he will not join Chelsea. The agreement reached on contract between Freund and Chelsea last Sunday has been cancelled, as Red Bull Group will keep the director. So it's public. It's public that he was wanted by Chelsea, and now he's declined it, and he's staying at Salzburg. It's just not a good look, something that I don't want to see so public. Christoph Freund, yes, it's true that Chelsea wanted me, and we had talks. I was thinking about Chelsea director job, as I've been proud of the interest of such a top club. Rita, Freund informed me about Chelsea, but at the end, he will stay here at Red Bull Salzburg. So kudos to Mr. Freund. Good luck to you. Stay at Salzburg. My issue is, why was it so public? As I said in my previous video, I'm not bothered who we get, because there's plenty of good names out there. Paul Mitchell, as I said, by Leverkusen, man who we're going to touch on. Then there's also talks about who else? There's been other names as well. Luis Campos, and so on and so forth. Look, I am not concerned. Just get someone in ASAP, because there are a lot of good names out there, and let's move on with it. What I'm annoyed about is how public it is, and it's making us look very, very incompetent in the public eyes, which I don't want to become a laughingstock, which we are. We've gone through that in the transfer window, as I said. I just don't like going through this again and again. Chelsea want to hold talks with Bayer Leverkusen's Freund Steidten over their sporting director role. So this is the new guy that we're going for, Bayer Leverkusen. We've touched on his profile a little bit, couple of videos ago. Go check that out if you've missed it, where we talked about Tim Steidten being one of the options. He's done very well as well in Bayer Leverkusen, with all the caliber of players they have there. Moussa Diaby, I think Tapsoba, and a whole heap of other names that were in that list that I went through. So once again, as I said, there's names out there. So let's do the job, get it done, and let's move on with it. And if you can keep it shut for a little bit, I think that's better, as opposed to having it so public knowledge. And then you have Salzburg was it yesterday, coming up with an official statement that no, the director of football is saying we don't want Leverkusen now to come out officially and also put the mud on our face. So it is what it is. Okay, now this is the other thing. This is another option as well. Chelsea, who could also look to appoint a technical director, are considering whether to ask Leeds for permission to speak to Orta. So look, once again, Orta has got a good run at Leeds. Leeds have bought some good players. Yeah, just get the job done, man. Just get the job done. Technical director and sporting director, is that any difference there? Team started over their sporting director role, and then we've got here Chelsea, who could also look to appoint a technical director. Is there much of a difference between the two? In the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, please let me know. I get the feeling it's the same thing. Peter Cech was technical director, wasn't he? So, yeah, that's a little bit about the sporting director, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how you feel about it. I'm just a bit annoyed how open it is. And now that we're moving on to the next target, the Bayer Leverkusen man, Tim Steidten, I think that's his name. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, Tim Steidten. Once again, it's way too public for me. Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen. I woke up literally about an hour and a half ago, and I saw this making the rounds in social media, and everyone is either, very annoyed at what the latest drama about Pulisic is, and then you've got the other side, which is, the US fan base that are protecting Pulisic. Let's just go through the headline, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm not going to sit here and bash Pulisic, but at the same time, I want to bring some balance and some truth around it, because for me, once again, just too much drama, man. Too much drama with this Pulisic player and Chelsea. It's just annoying, man. He arrested me, then dropped me. I was dumbfounded. Christian Pulisic opens up on how bad blood with Thomas Tuchel started, and credits ignoring old Chelsea boss was his Champions League semi-final goal. Ignoring old Chelsea boss. So, look, this is the article. Let me just bring that article up. This is the headline. I'm not going to go through the entire article, but just quickly, we'll go through the headline. He arrested me, then dropped me. I was dumbfounded. Christian Pulisic opens up on bad blood with Thomas Tuchel, and credits ignoring ex-Chelsea boss was Champions League boss for Champions League semi-final goal. Christian Pulisic has spilled on the origins of his strained relationship with Thomas Tuchel in his new autobiography, Christian Pulisic: My Journey So Far. Pulisic was told he would play in a crucial match versus Real Madrid in 2020-21 Champions League campaign, which Chelsea would eventually win versus Man City. The US MNT star revealed how his semi-final goal was born from disobedience. Look, first of all, you do what you have to do. All right, Christian Pulisic, if you want to write a book, fine. But I'm going to say an autobiography, how old are you? Like 23, 24, something like that? What have you achieved so far, man? What are you doing writing an autobiography? Are you retiring? Seriously, what is the achievement so far for you to go on and write this book? But okay, fine, you write a book. Is it wise, my man? Is it wise, like all of this attention towards you? Like, what have you done at Chelsea Football Club? Besides that project restart under Frank Lampard in that first season for Frank Lampard, I honestly can't see anything of a significance that you've done in a prolonged period of time. You might have got a goal here and there, an assist here and there, but you've equally missed some big opportunities as well. Let's not forget about that. Some monumental big opportunities against Real Madrid last season. Real Madrid eventual winners. You missed some opportunities when you came off the bench. Let's not forget about that. Do you know what I mean? Like, then your father does what he does on social media. Bad mouth, like, do you know what I mean? Going liking stuff that's against Thomas Tuchel, liking stuff that's against Havertz, liking stuff that's against Mason Mount. All of this stuff, they don't help you out, my man. And don't tell me you haven't got opportunities. No one deserved opportunities last season. And all the attackers under Thomas Tuchel. No one really has taken that position with two hands. You've been given opportunities here and there, and you didn't completely take it. That's the honest truth. How are we meant to give you a good run of games when You monumentally stuff up every time. Besides that, let's look at your own personal attributes. Are you good in taking on your man? No, you've lost your pace. Injuries have killed you at Chelsea Football Club. Injuries previously to Chelsea Football Club has killed you as well. You've been absolutely littered with injuries. There's no pace anymore, burst of pace. Your dribbling sense has gone. You have your head down when you dribble. You can't look for a key pass. It's not like you're a ruthless finisher. And then you go on and write a book where I've not read the book and I'm not claiming to read the book, but there's a little extract where you talk about Thomas Tuchel is a wise. The man who ended up winning the Champions League anyway is a wise. You go on and say that you're dumbfounded. You were promised that you were going to play that second leg after scoring that goal in the first leg from Antonio Rudiger's goal, where you claim that Thomas Tuchel told you not to make that run, but you saw Rudiger about to bomb a long ball and you disobeyed Tuchel and you got that. Like, what are you trying to do? Trying to prove a manager wrong? Is this a good look for you, my man, for your next manager? Do you think Graham Potter, looking at this information in social media, is going to be like, I'm proud. Good stuff, Pulisic. You're very open. Now I'm going to play you a lot more. This is not a good look, man. It's like, for example, in normal situation, right? Like say me or anyone else, like one of you guys, you're in a job and you leave the job or a manager leaves that job and then you go publicly telling about that manager, or when you leave a job, you go publicly and you want to badmouth about that man. You're burning bridges, my man. This is an industry that everyone knows each other pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, and as I said, what do you think your current manager thinks about all of this information that you're providing online? Like, I don't know, man. That's all I'm going to say about Christian Pulisic. That for me, it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. Ladies and gentlemen, you let me know how you feel about it. Now, finally, Dennis Zakaria. Here's another confusing situation that's taking place. I need you guys to help me out here. Dennis Zakaria to this particular blick on his move to Chelsea. I don't know a move to Chelsea was possible until 6 hours before the end of the window. Liverpool interest, I heard that from my agent, but in the end, it was Chelsea. Tuchel was one of the reasons I went to Chelsea. Now, a lot of people are taking this and thinking it's Thomas Tuchel that has sanctioned the move. No, I don't necessarily think that's the case. I don't even think Thomas Tuchel was aware that he was going to get someone like Zakaria up until probably the last sort of minute. I think we were very much interested with Edison Alvarez, but at the end it happened with Dennis Zakaria. I personally don't think it was Tuchel that's put his hand up. Yeah, get me Zakaria. Look, at the end of the day, we knew what was going on. Like the new owners were looking to get rid of Tuchel anyway. So I highly doubt Tuchel had anything to do with this. So I'm not going to take this particular quote here from Zakaria to state that, Tuchel wanted him. And this could just potentially mean that he wanted to come to Chelsea because of Tuchel. Tuchel was one of the reason I went to Chelsea. So further goes on to say, it's difficult to say what went wrong at Juventus. Maybe the style of football wasn't suited to me. The team sat very deep, so I didn't have much space. I'm a player who needs a lot of space for my runs. It might suit me better at England. Now, I don't know how to take this. I find this quite strange. I'm a player who needs a lot of space for my runs. It might suit me better in England. Where should I even start? First of all, what runs? Like, okay, fine, you may have a run here and there, but you're talking like you want to be a number 8. What space? Premier League is probably one league where space is of the essence, mate. Like it's tight. It's very compact. You're not going to see too much space. A lot of the times you're going to get pressed a lot, and a lot of times you're going to come across teams that will have a low block. What runs are you talking about, my man? It seems like he thinks we lack in the number 8 position. Have you not seen how many number 8s we have, Zakaria? You're talking like you want to be a box-to-box midfielder like Yaya Toure. The expectation is you're going to be a DM, my man. Someone who's disciplined, sits deep, helps out with the builder, links in with the midfielders, but stays disciplined. Lateral running, yes, every now and then, if there is an opportunity, you may bomb up, but you got to come back. Your predominant reason, I think, what most of the Chelsea fan base sort of feel and have an expectation is you're going to be a defensive midfielder, deep lying sort of player. Because if you're not that, we're going to start thinking about you as an 8. Then we're back to square one, being Jorginho the only player that's capable of doing that, maybe at times Kovacic, because we know very much Kante is not disciplined in that 6 role. And now it seems like under Graham Potter is a single 6, not a double 6 with 2 8s. Kante is probably going to be preferred in that 8. There's Ruben Loftus-Cheek, there's Conor Gallagher, there's Mason Mount, and now even Dennis Zakaria is talking about runs and having space. I'm worried, man. I'm worried that this is going to turn out to be another Saul 2.0. If Zakaria thinks he's going to be an 8, what about all the other players? We still haven't solved the situation with Jorginho. Surely Jorginho cannot play week in, week out. Too much madness going on, ladies and gentlemen. Too much madness going on. I'm a bit concerned. And once again, this brother coming in so late. What was the planning around it, man? What was the planning around it? Ladies and gentlemen, you let me know. Finally, we'll end with this. Clearlake Capital majority owners of Chelsea have announced 2.5 billion in fundraising for their COP3 scheme, a model focused on non-controlling investment for partners. So it's probably an economic lever, I suppose. Clearlake also confirmed they've raised 27 billion since 2021 and have 70 billion of assets. I mean, it's very, very clear to say they've got a lot of money. They've got a lot of money, and we shouldn't be concerned about these people spending. I guess at the end of the day, we have to be concerned about financial fair play, but that I'm sure they'll get some sort of fancy accountants to do the job. But it's good to see that our owners have a lot of money in their hand. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you felt about everything we've talked about. DOF, how do you feel about it? Christian Pulisic as well, what's he doing? Dennis Zakaria, are you confused? I am, but are you confused? Let me know. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see ya.